The modern world has dulled their instincts. It rewards silence, distractions, and blind endurance. While their hearts whisper warnings, they keep moving, half awake, half aware. Phones constantly buzzing, work never ending, expectations piling up. And amid all of this noise, men are told to stay composed, to be the rock, to never question what they feel deep down. But here's the truth. In that silence, the damage begins. Not loudly, not violently, but through quiet disconnection, subtle shifts in tone, in touch, in time. This isn't about turning you into someone suspicious. It's about waking you up, so you don't waste your time, your loyalty, or your soul on a connection that's already fading. In this video, we won't talk about tired cliches. We'll uncover the exact phrases, the emotional cold fronts, and the psychological clues that show a woman is pulling away, without even saying it out loud. And more importantly, you'll learn how to respond with strength, not desperation. Let's begin. 1. You deserve someone better. It sounds noble, right? Like she's sacrificing herself for your happiness. But in reality, this phrase is often a polished exit strategy. When a woman says this, she's not necessarily being honest, she's avoiding accountability. She may be emotionally distant, confused, or simply no longer invested. But instead of admitting that, she hides behind what sounds like kindness. Here's the contradiction. If she truly believed you deserved better, wouldn't she try to become that better person? Of course she would. This isn't about you. It's about her discomfort, her guilt, her quiet escape wrapped in soft words. So what do? You look her in the eyes and calmly say, I know exactly what I deserve. I deserve truth. I deserve presence. I deserve someone who chooses me fully. Then stay silent. Let her sit with that. Let her face her own choice, without you softening the fall. 2. Maybe we just need some space. This one hurts because it feels reasonable, logical, like a small pause. But often, it's the first step in her silent exit. She's not just asking for air, she's experimenting with your absence, testing the waters, seeing how far she can drift before you pull her back, or don't. This is where many men fall apart. They chase, they plead, they bargain, but not you. You give her exactly what she asked for, and then some. No chasing, no late-night calls, no just checking in. If she needed space, let her experience the fullness of it. Why? Because real connection doesn't need trial separation, and you're not a placeholder for her loneliness. Your silence will say everything. I'm not here to beg to be loved. If she feels your absence and chooses to return, it's her move. If she doesn't, it was never real to begin with. 3. We're just friends. Friendship is normal, but when emotional energy starts shifting towards someone else, pay attention. She starts texting him more, laughing a little louder, lighting up when his name comes up, growing defensive when you ask about him. This isn't friendship, it's an emotional migration. You don't need to accuse her, just watch, listen. Is she sharing things with him she used to tell you? Does she come home emotionally full from being with him, but distant with you? These are not random changes, they're signs. Your move isn't confrontation, it's clarity. Step back, observe, let her behavior speak. Because when someone starts nourishing their emotional needs elsewhere, they're telling you, without words, that something is broken. A woman who respects your bond will guard its boundaries. If she doesn't, the cracks are already too deep. 4. He just gets me. This is more than a compliment, it's a red flag. When she says another man gets her, she's telling you that her emotional center is shifting. It might start as harmless, coworker chats, light banter, a few shared jokes. But emotional affairs rarely announce themselves. They grow in shadows. If his name keeps showing up in her conversations, believe what you're hearing. You don't confront with rage. You don't accuse. You stay centered. You say, "I notice you talk about him a lot. Is there something more going on?" Now, watch. If she reacts with anger, if she avoids eye contact, if she tries to laugh it off, there's a story beneath the surface. But if she opens up, then you've invited truth into the space. And no matter what the truth is, you win. Because real strength isn't about controlling someone else. It's about knowing where you stand. And if someone else gets her more than you do, then she's already gone. 5. I'm working late, again. Once or twice, fine. But when it becomes a pattern, it speaks louder than any excuse. Suddenly, her schedule changes. She's always tired, always on call. Her eyes glued to the screen, replying to messages you'll never see. No time for shared dinners. No space for real conversations. No energy left for you. This isn't dedication to her career. It's quiet withdrawal. Because here's a truth people don't like to admit. Even the busiest people make time for what truly matters. If she doesn't spare you 10 minutes in a whole day, it's not a time issue, it's a priority problem. Watch how often she's emotionally absent, not just physically. Is she really working or working on a way out? Ask once, clearly and calmly, then stop asking. Her consistency, or her silence, will give you the answer she can't say out loud. 6. I need time to focus on myself. Sounds reasonable, right? We all need self-reflection, growth, solitude. But if this phrase comes hand in hand with cold energy, vague reasons, and distant behavior, it's not self-love. It's soft disengagement. She's not growing, she's drifting. This is where many men collapse. They beg, they chase, they promise to change, not you. You give her the time she requested, but not as a pause. You use it as propulsion. You focus on your own journey. You work on your body, your mind, your purpose. You evolve, quietly, relentlessly. Your transformation becomes your response. And while she expected you to wait, you've already moved forward. She may glance back one day, hoping to find you where she left you. But instead, she sees someone stronger, sharper, unreachable. And that's when the regret begins. 7. The hidden psychology of cheating. Cheating doesn't begin with a kiss. It begins with secrecy, with shifts so subtle they feel like imagination until they don't. She used to tell you everything. Now she guards her phone like a secret diary. Her replies get shorter. Her interest in your world shrinks while her independence suddenly flourishes. These aren't harmless changes. These are signals, but many men dismiss them because they don't want to believe what they see. And that denial, that's how betrayal slips through the cracks. This isn't about paranoia, it's about protection. You don't need proof, you need presence. Emotional distance is betrayal in slow motion. You don't beg someone to come back, you don't bargain for respect. You walk calmly, and you never look back. Because peace is more important than false loyalty. 8. When she's there, but gone. She sits next to you, sleeps beside you, smiles at the right moments. But something's missing, and you feel it in your bones. No depth in her voice, no life in her laughter. Even her touch feels distant, as if her soul has already packed and left. This is not something you fix with flowers or weekend trips. It's not a phase, it's a fading. And the worst thing you can do? Start performing for her attention. Don't become the entertainer in your own relationship. Stand still. Watch. If she wants to come back, she'll meet you where you are, with honesty, not pity. If not, let her fade, and let your stillness bring you clarity. Because the moment you stop chasing love that's already gone, you make room for love that stays. 9. Emotional control is masculine power. Betrayal hurts, no one denies that. But how you respond, that's where your real power lives. Exploding in rage may feel justified, but it makes you predictable. Easy to dismiss, easy to blame. A high-value man doesn't need to scream to be heard. His silence commands attention. His restraint becomes his armor. You feel everything, but you don't fall apart. You let your actions speak. I may be wounded, but I'm unshaken. Use the pain. Turn it into motion. Lift more. Think deeper. Build better. Let her wonder how you stayed composed while she unraveled. Let her question how she lost a man who didn't crawl back, didn't beg, didn't crumble. Strength is not the absence of emotion. It's the ability to feel without being ruled. 10. Rise from the ashes, don't sink in them. When someone leaves, your instinct may be to seek answers. Closure, an explanation. But here's the truth. Closure isn't something they give you, it's something you claim. Let her silence sharpen your senses. Let her absence teach you how to stand alone. Let the pain refine your boundaries. You're not broken, you're being rebuilt. Raise your standards, reclaim your vision, reconnect with your own power. Because the man who walks out of heartbreak with self-respect becomes 10 times the man he was before it. You were never meant to be an option. You're not a backup. You're not someone's second thought. You're not a placeholder until she figures herself out. You're the man who sets the standard, who leads with integrity, who loves fully, but never forgets his worth. So leave the confusion, leave the half-efforts, leave the emotional crumbs behind, and walk into the life that mirrors your value. Because anything less than full devotion is manipulation wearing a mask. And you, my friend, were not made to be manipulated. You were made to lead, to build, to become, and above all, to be chosen, clearly, completely, and without hesitation. So choose yourself, first, last, always.